Now we will see, is the function f defined by f of x is equal to x when x is less than or equal to 1 is equal to 5 if x is greater than 1. We need to verify whether this function is going to be continuous at x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. So for that what we will do is, we will check the continuity at x is equal to 0. So for x is equal to 0, we can take this condition, limit x tends to 0, f of x, if it is coming out to be equal to f of 0, yes, then the function is going to be continuous. So limit x tends to 0, f of x means what is the function we need to consider? The function that we need to consider is going to be x, because when you take the number line, so if 1 is going to be here, the 0 is here. So when the value of x is less than or equal to 1, then this side the function that is defined is x. When the value of x is strictly greater than 1, then the right side the function that is defined is 5. So since 0 is on the left of 1, we will take x into consideration. So f of x is going to be x. So when you substitute it 0, then what is f of 0? F of 0 is also 0. Since limit x tends to 0, f of x is equal to f of 0, this function is continuous at x is equal to 0. Now, so this is a continuous function at x is equal to 0. Now let's check the continuity at x is equal to 1. So for x is equal to 1, what we are supposed to do? Again the same logic. But here we need to approach in a different way, because x is equal to 1 is the point where the function is broken into two parts. So there are two definitions for the function at x is equal to 1. So we will take the left limit of the function. So left limit is going to be limit x tends to 1 minus. So what is limit x tends to 1 minus? F of x. So this will be limit x tends to 1 minus f of x is going to be x. Right. So this value will be limit h tends to 0. In the place of x, we are going to write it as 1 minus h. Now substitute the value. This value comes out to be 1. Now what about the right limit? So if you check the right limit x tends to 1 plus f of x is equal to limit x tends to 1 plus f of x is going to be 5, because when the value of x is greater than 1, the function that we are taking is 5. So limit x tends to 1 plus 5 means limit h tends to 0, it is still going to be 5 because there is no variable present here. So the answer for this is 5. So the left limit is 1, right limit is 5. Now what can you say about the function value? What is f of 1? F of 1 means we need to take this function because equal to symbol is here. F of 1 is going to be 1. So what we can conclude here is the left limit is equal to the function value, but it is not equal to the right limit. So from this what we can conclude is that it is a left continuous function. So there is a point of discontinuity existing at x is equal to 1. Next, we will check the continuity of the function at x is equal to 2 also. So at x is equal to, what we can do is we can go with the definition 1, because x is equal to 2 there is only one function that is defined. So at x is equal to 2, what we will do is limit x tends to 2, we are supposed to take 5. So limit x tends to 2, f of x is 5 if this is equal to 5. Similarly, what is f of 2? F of 2 is also going to be 5 only. Since limit x tends to 2, 5 is equal to f of 2, we can say that it is continuous at x is equal to 2 also. Now, what we will do is, we will try to analyze the same situation graphically. So, we will try to analyze it graphically. Now, let's see. So, when you try to draw the graph for this function, it appears like this. So this x-axis, y-axis, x is equal to 1 is the checkpoint. So when the value of x is less than or equal to 1, then y is equal to x. So y is equal to x is a straight line that is going to pass through the origin. So y is equal to x is a straight line passing through the origin and it stops here. So I am putting a dark circle because at x is equal to 1 this function is defined. What is this value going to be? So this value will be 1 comma 1. So the left limit is equal to 1 and the function value is also equal to 1. But what happens when the value of x is greater than 1? So if 5 is here, y is equal to 5. So y is equal to 5 is nothing but a constant function. So constant function is going to be parallel to the x-axis. So it starts here, you put a circle here and it keeps going in this format. So this is how the graph is going to be appearing. So this is y is equal to 5. So this is all about this problem.